Just name for
Good morning, dear Toastmaster and dear guest.
Good morning.
Okay. So I'm playing the role of Sergeant at Arms. The mission of the Toastmaster Club is to provide a mutually supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop their communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. There are 4 core values to Toastmaster International, which is integrity, dedication to excellence, service to the member, and respect for the individuals. With this, I'm handing over the stage to the Presiding Officer, Toastmaster Swasini.
Good morning all. I welcome you all. I am declaring the opening of 7th meeting of distinguished Madras Toastmasters Club. Good morning all.
Morning.
Once again. Today morning I read the March month magazine of Toastmasters. There I saw one article for managing the distracting audience. There they what is the major cause of distraction nowadays because of this mobile digital gadgets? So in that topic itself they mention about digital detox. Yes, I have a habit of doing the digital detox yearly once for 5 days without any digital, like a laptop, any digital gadget. I used to go to any place where that is not reachable for me, and I put myself in silence. So one of the digital detox I followed yearly basis for this. So anyone having the habit of doing digital detox? Can you share one of your, or any from there, anyone, one of your experience, how you did?
Ma'am, to the bed I don't carry mobile.
Yeah, yes. Okay.
So I'll put all of my data. I'll put my mobile in the silent.
Okay. Anyone willing to share about
ordinary mobile?
Yeah, this is very good.
Ordinary mobile sometimes without non-smartphone.
So there is a snooze option a time I snooze option in YouTube, but I won't follow it.
Okay, okay. So I thought to share that about the digital detox. Now today's meeting, before going to introduce about the Toastmaster of the day, let's have the introduction from a guest. And how you come to know about Madras Toastmasters?
Hi, Rajesh here. So I work at PayPal, as a software engineering manager. I've seen Toastmasters Club within my company, and I've gone as a guest for a couple of sessions. And then I didn't want to join the same club with the same set of people. I wanted to explore a different club. So I came to know of this. I searched for Toastmasters on Google, and this is not the nearest to my house, but still I was able to check the reviews and all. Then I thought I'll come as a guest and see how the proceedings are. So I've come here and I'll see. So far, I am impressed with what you guys are doing. It's very structured. So I'll still wait, until I decide. So, but yeah, great job everyone for organizing whatever is happening. Looking forward to learning from you all. Thank you.
Thank you. And you have a habit of preparation while going to deliver any speech or thing. But today, no, when I taken a few of things, I thought, who is the Toastmaster of the year? Okay, now patch. So the introduction itself, it will take 2 minutes. So I can reduce my preparation. I thought to only selected digital data. Now let us welcome our Toastmaster of the day. Today our Toastmaster of the day is DTM Patavi L. Raman. He is having 18 years of Toastmastering experience. He played roles like club president, club coach, club mentor, club sponsor. His first training is into pharma selling. Second is life skill trainer. His achievement is on 2023 district table topics runner-up, Division H evaluation runner-up, and champion in Division B evaluation contest on 2019. He is fond of colors, nature, sports, and intellectual association. Pet hobby, especially pet hobby, vocabulary building, and studying people. He is a great human being, guide, mentor, coach, and facilitator. His achievements, still we have more. Attend close to 1,000 Toastmaster meetings, executed 500 speech evaluation, conducted 30 educational programs, mentored 50 members inside and outside Madras Toastmaster Cup, and he also executed an evaluation to Toastmaster Bujini of Sri Lanka of multi-district Toastmaster Club, which is having 5 districts in the presence of 500 Toastmasters. Let's welcome Toastmaster today, DTM Patavi.
Thank you so much for pouring so much of ice on me. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
It looks like bad morning. All together in one single voice with a lot of enthusiasm. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Great. Grammarian. You are grammarian?
Yeah, I'm a grammarian.
No, your
Yeah,
seat
sure,
is
sure.
here. And Gayatri is the evaluator. There is a change, I believe.
No, Gayatri is there.
Okay. And Saravanan is the? No, who is the chief?
General elevators,
Saravanan. Okay. All right. Usain Bolt, you would have heard many times, was supposed to be the fastest human being on earth until somebody else replaced him. Similar to Usain Bolt, there was a guy called Charlie Paddock. 30 years ago, the fastest human being on earth was invited by a great school in the United States for a sports event address. Charlie becoming a great sprinter, a good speaker, so he simply scintillated the student audience and the teachers. Everybody was taken aback. At the same time, they also celebrated such a wonderful speech they heard. Then many students, somebody went and touched him, and somebody shook hands with him, spoke and all that. But one boy went and held his shirt. And Charlie turned around and said, yes, my dear, what do you want? I want to become a Charlie. That is, I want to become a sprinter like you. He was pleased, thrilled and pleased, and he looked at him. See, we have the normal feet, but it was curved and crooked. And even the legs are also not in the right, proper, the erect position. So Charlie had a doubt whether he could do it. But he didn't want to discourage him. He said, yes, my dear, you can, provided you follow certain principles. You have to build, it's called rung, that the connecting tool is called, or wooden is called rung. So you have to build 4 rungs in your life. Number 1 is discipline. Number 2 is dedication. Number 3 is devotion. And number 4 is the desire. When you combine these 4 Ds, definitely you can become. 25 years later, that realized that crooked leg or curved leg won 3 Olympic medals in the presence of Hitler that took place in Germany. In fact, being a black American, he was denied entry. Then all the countries boycotted, and no other choice for Hitler to approve. And do you remember who the guy is? Anybody knows the name?
Jesse Owens.
Jesse Owens was the person, and not only the sprinting, even the relay race, and also long jump. That means, even if somebody is disabled, it's all about the quality of thinking and action. If it can take place, anybody can do it. And that is why it is contest to conquer is the theme I have chosen. And incidentally, this is a contest season. And next week, including the guests, if you happen to be here, you can see that very fiery competition in international speech contest and table topics. How many are there? Any ideas, Suhasini? How many are participating in our international speech? Around 6, 7? 6. Table topics? Table topics should be more. We have wonderful potential hands here. And she will talk about the visualization, but let me give you what is visual. Any idea what is visualization in the true sense?
Seeing from your mind.
Huh?
Seeing from your mind.
Think from your mind.
Projection. Projection of your thoughts.
Projection of a thought. You have seen builders or constructors preparing the blueprint. What do you think that blueprint? That blueprint is a journey of visualization. The builder in advance sees the building on the blue sheet of paper. Then that helps him to construct the building. In sports circle, Sachin Tendulkar and Rahul Dravid were known for visualization. What Sachin shared in an interview that if it is, say, a one-day international in Australia, Waka, the Perth ground, probably the fastest cricketing soil in the world. So relaxed clothing, and everything is doors closed and all that. Maybe a dark room also. He sits comfortably, then closes his eyes. When you close your external eyes, your internal eyes open. In Tamil, Purakkangalai Moodinal, Agakkangal Thirakkum. So with this, and he has already seen Waka, therefore through his internal eyes, he will bring the entire Waka in his imagination. There is a visible screen for it, for the internal eyes, and he plays 3 or 4 overs in advance, being the opener. McGrath is coming and bowling this way, next over Britley. So in advance, he plays 3 or 4 overs, which is called visualization. Visualization is a good mechanism that you attempt once in imagination and actually you go on. In fact, any special event of yours, maybe a performance or a competition or an exercise, if you indulge in that visualization process, you can, for sure, you can achieve the super result with that actual performance. Am I demanding too much? It is possible, provided we consciously do it. Come in. All right, so let's plunge into our meeting. So we have a wonderful meeting of 7 and 11. I think it needed to be a joint. That is why I wanted to become a Toastmaster. However, I will continue to do that. Let me introduce the general evaluator. Before that, I think opposite Central Station there is a hospital called General Hospital. So if you look at the hospital from outside, it appears general. But when you go inside the hospital, then it becomes very specific. You have inpatient, outpatient, then pediatrics, gynecologists, orthopedics, so many different departments. Okay. Did come here? So similarly, general evaluation may appear general, but when it goes into into general evaluation, then we have the individual components for which to explain that we have our own person in our club, Toastmaster Saravanan, to explain the role of general evaluation.
As explained by our Toastmaster of the Day, TDM Patavi sir, I play the role of general evaluator. As the general evaluator, my role is to evaluate everything which happens during the course of this meeting. I will be evaluating all the participants and will be looking out for their good in preparation, delivery, enthusiasm and their performance of the duties. I will also take note of things which goes as per and which doesn't go as per our today's meeting agenda. With that said, I am assisted by a set of team. The first is the seasoned Toastmasters who will be evaluating the speeches, the prepared speeches. I will be introducing them in the later part of this meeting. Then the second is the tag team. Today, the word tag is an acronym, stands for timer, accounter and grammarian. Today's timer role is being played by Toastmaster Sriram. I request Toastmaster Sriram to explain the roles and responsibilities of timer.
Good morning, Toastmasters and fellow members present here.
Good morning.
I am playing timer role for today's meeting. The role of the timer is used to note down the time taken for each speaker. There will be two prepared speakers today. The time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. At the 5 minutes, I'll show green. At 6 minutes, I'll show yellow. At 7 minutes, I'll show red with the 30 seconds grace time. And the second session is table topics, which is time limit is 1 to 2 minutes. Other 1 minute I'll show green, and 1 minute 30 seconds I'll show yellow. At 2 minutes I'll show red with a 30 seconds grace time. The last section is evaluation session. The time limit is 2 to 3 minutes. Other 2 minutes I'll show green, and 2 minutes 30 seconds I'll show yellow. At 3 minutes I'll show red with a 30 seconds grace time. At the end of the meeting I will submit my report to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Sriram, for explaining the roles and responsibilities of the timer. Then we move on to our accounter. Today's accounter role is being played by Toastmaster Navina. I request her to explain the roles and responsibilities.
Good morning all. Today I am the accountant. The purpose of accounter is to note any repeated words or filler sounds used as a crutch by anyone who speaks during the meeting. Repeated words are and, but, so, well, and, you know. Filler sounds are and, her. I will be submitted my report at end of the meeting.
Thank you, Navina. Now we move on to grammarian. Today's grammarian role is being played by Toastmaster Abhinaya. I welcome her to explain the roles and responsibilities of grammarian.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I will take note of my improper language as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings or thoughts. As grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. For today's meeting, word of the day is visualization, which means practice of imagining something which we have to achieve in future. The example of using a word visualization is he is very successful because of practicing visualization in day-to-day life. So each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day. I will give the grammarian report when called upon during the meeting and also report on the usage of word of the day. Thank you everyone.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhinay. Now we move on to the first phase of our today's meeting agenda. Now I will hand the stage back to Toastmaster Abhinay.
When you decide to clap, clap properly. Because partial clap is an insult to you. Value adding to grammarian. Visualization, what part of speech is it? Anybody? Little bit of grammar? Dose of grammar?
Actually,
Okay, it is noun. In fact, the words ending in TAON is always a noun. So we have noun, verb, adjective, adverb. They are called content words. So the same word can be used as a verb visualize. It is not that you have to restrict to using only visualization. You can also use visualize. Leadership. How do you define leadership in one or two sentences?
Being accountable.
Accountable.
Managing
Take action.
Right. A good leadership is not only to lead, but also it is called succession, to produce a leader. And that kind of action is called dynamic leadership. JJ was a good leader, but she did not prepare a proper successor. That is why the party is suffering. So leader leads, at the same time produces leader. That we are going to see from the first speaker from the part called Dynamic Leadership Level 1 Project 4. It's a feedback second speech, to which I think we have Toastmaster Priya.
No, this guy.
No, she hasn't come. Why don't you take it? You are taking.
he is the
Yeah, evaluator.
speaker. He is the speaker.
No, that's right, but evaluator.
I agree.
Okay. So we have evaluator in our president form, Toastmaster Suhasini, who will come and provide you the project objectives. Yeah. Or you have the objectives? So the topic is environmental sustainability. Today it's a very big question and concern all over the world. Why tsunamis happen? It is actually nature's reaction in the form of tsunami. Why? Some other parts of the world become too hot that the nature has to balance it. That becoming hot is because of the environmental disturbance the mankind has happened probably the last, seriously or noteworthy for the last 40 years. That is the reason why tsunamis happen, to balance the heat or tension of the planet. Yes, Suhasini. Come.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Good morning all.
Morning.
Today my target speaker is Toastmaster Karthikeyan. He is going to deliver his speech on the Pathway Dynamic Leadership Level 1 for Project 4 Evaluation and Feedback second speech. The purpose of this project is for the member to present a speech on any topic and receive the feedback which he got from the first speech and apply the feedback to the second speech. The project title is Environmental Sustainability. Let me hand over the session to Toastmaster of the Day, DTM Patavi L. Raman.
Thank you. Probably you are 20 seconds late. Right, we have replaced your place. Before I invite him, see, into the religious culture we have the Saivism and Vaishnavism. and there has been always competition between them. And there were some instances where to bring some sort of a good relationship or a balance between, I think Ayyappa is one example, where you have the merger of Shiva and Vishnu, thereby we have the god. Similarly, another god which also connects is Lord Muruga. In fact, the name Karthikeyan is much more known in North India rather than South. Who is Mohan? Mohiniyattam?
Vishnu Allah.
In fact, when the the Parkadal, the Milky Ocean was churned, and in fact 3 avatars he made. One is called Kurma Avatar, it's called Ramay. Another is Dhanvantri, and another is Mogini, to give that Amudam to the Devas. So we have wonderful name, combining both Saivism and Vaishnavism in the name Karthikeyan Mogan as the first speaker.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmasters of the medium. But sir, it is not like formal introduction as like we have been schooling, colleges, job and all. It is a different introduction he has been given. Thank you, sir. Thank you for that. So coming to our today topic, as the statement says, சுற்றுச்சூழல் நமது இளைய சமுதாயத்துக்கு அதை நாம் பாதுகாக்க வேண்டும். This statement was given by Jawaharlal Nehru to protect the environment. So environmental sustainability is the way of protecting the environment for our current generation as well as for our future generation. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters, guests, and everyone present here. Can anyone say when is the World Environmental Day? World Environmental Day.
First week of April.
July.
It's June 5th. June 5th we have been celebrating as World Environmental Day because of the first conference which is held in Stockholm, Sweden. So that is the world, we have been celebrating the World Environmental Day. So environmental sustainability is the responsibility to conserve our resources. We have many natural resources that is given by the universe. Water resources, air, soil, every resources we have to keep for our generation as well as we have to protect for our next generation. That is the environmental sustainability. And this sustainability is broken down into 4 phases. First one is human, that is the human species, social, economic and environmental. And it is our duty to protect the world because the world population is approximately 8.18 billion. As of current we have 8.18 billion, and for India, any guesses? India, what is the current population of India?
1.4 billion.
1.44 billion. So this much of population we need to supply the air, water, shelter, food. It is so difficult for our current generation itself. Then think about the after 200 years, 300 years, what our grandchildren will be doing, what our granddaughters will be doing without the proper food, proper water. And as of current, Bangalore city is facing the water crisis. So anyone can say what is the reason for that to face the water crisis in Bangalore?
Overpopulation. Number one, excess population.
Excess population. So that many of them migrating to Bangalore for softer, I think that. And the experts have said that because of they don't protect the natural water and water management system is very poor in the Bangalore city. They didn't save any water for future purpose. So that is the one thing which has been think. So this is the environmental. Like before, as of to tell me on my personal thing, before 4 years, by 2020, and my father has been affected by COVID. So at that time, like we were searching for the oxygen cylinders like everywhere, but they've been charging like 15,000, 20,000, 25. It is like 2,000 only. But at the time of COVID, they've been charging 20,000, 25,000. At that time, I realized the value of oxygen, which is free, we are getting every minute, every second we are getting. So what I did is that I planted many plants, trees nearby home itself, so that it increase the value of the oxygen to us. So I encourage all of you to plant trees nearby home and save the waters and everything to protect. And next is the concept called sustainable development. Sustainable development is that the way of improving the quality of human life. That is like it minimize the depletion of natural resources. We have many natural resources, but with the use of the concept of sustainable development, there are many ways to practice sustainable development. That is like we can travel through public transport. It obviously reduces the pollution, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, and it emits greenhouse gases, so that we can use public transport, and we don't want to mainly depend upon the renewable resources, and we have to teach respect and care for all the species. This earth is not alone for the humans alone. It is like for all species. We have to get it to the all species. Next. And this is the ways to protect the environment. First is renewable resources. The renewable resources is which is solar energy, thermal energy, which is mass, which is available to us. And non-renewable energies like coal, oil, crude oil, everything. So we have to focus, we have to use more on renewable energy than the non-renewable energy, so that it is a way to protect our environment. Then protect the health of the ecosystem. That is the ecosystem, ocean, water, forest, and everything we have to protect it. And then avoid excess pollution, not by traveling much. Like if possible, you can have it from home itself. Then target welfare and not on GDP. Every country has to focus on the welfare of the people and not on the GDP. And last one is we have to take decision focused on the environment, not on the money. And last one is these are the sustainable development goals given by United Nations. So this 17 goals has been given on 2015. So if we follow this 17 goals, we can easily protect our environment for our future generation. So everyone, நாட்டுக்கு வீட்டுக்கும் சரி நாட்டுக்கும் சரி, everyone will மரம் வளர்ப்போம். Thank you.
I think in nook and corner of the world, people talk about sustainability, but is it happening? It is worsening. Reverse. It is worsening. Why?
Population increase, infrastructure development.
When?
People are selfish.
People are selfish. Unless the selfishness is eliminated, I'm sorry to differ with you so diametrically or violently, it will never happen. It will further worsen. I think one nice American philosopher said, people talk of principles, but even the principles do not influence the principled, for they act on self-interest. So today the generation has changed. This generation has begun to live on self-interest. Unless there is a change in mindset, diametrically, then only it is possible. I mean, not only for environment, in any area that is detrimental to mankind. Unless the mind is changed, it can never happen. I don't want to discourage you people. Okay, let's move on. I think he has done a good job on that. There's a lot of social concern, social value it has. Before platinum was discovered, which was the precious metal? Yeah, because platinum came later, no? Then platinum has taken value, but still gold has a value. I think the entire country, if not now, maybe 20, 30 years ago, the highest gold consumption was in India where? Madurai. Madurai was supposed to be the highest consumption because there you can see ladies, Nada ladies particularly, having big jewelry here. Okay? So gold consumption was very high. But now that the platinum, but still gold is gold. And ladies are fond of gold and gold. Maybe parents were liking so much of gold that they have given a second speaker the name Golden Beauty. Gold is already a beauty. Then another beauty is added with that beauty, making it exponential growth. It is called a double effect called Ponnaragi. So we have the second speaker, once again some project, understanding your communication style, and we have, you are the evaluators, so we have evaluated Toastmaster Priyadarshini to talk about or explain the project objectives.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, DGM Baxter. So today, speaker for Toastmaster Ponnalagu, she is giving Dynamic Leadership Level 2, Project 2, Understanding Your Communication Style. So the purpose of this speech is for her to learn about different communication styles and identify her own primary style. So that is the purpose of this, and the speech for the member is to share any impact or the of her style in her professional or career or personal life. So that is all about the purpose. I'm handing over to this.
Recently I saw, where are we planning lunch? The hotel you said?
Geetham.
Geetham. And how many of you noticed that? Geetham, what is it?
It's in Pondicherry.
Pandibazar airport and many,
CNJT
yeah,
road.
it's there. They announced 250 rupees, not shareable. How many number of dosas you can eat? As many number of dosas. So probably when you sit maybe over the distance and look at the title, it looks like dosa. But it is not dosa, it is disa. Let's invite Toastmaster to give us a lovely speech on disa.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for the introduction. That was very nice. Very good morning, Toastmasters and dear guests. What is the most essential soft skill? What is the most essential soft skill in your view? Yes, communication. Communication skill is one of the most essential soft skills. So today I am going to talk about communication styles, and also my project is to understand what is my communication style. So before starting, I would like to say what is communication. Communication is a two-way process in which the information is shared between two people or between people by verbal or non-verbal, and for creating or reaching a mutual understanding. This is called communication. The way in which the people or the individual interact with each other, that is called the communication style. Okay, so we have different styles of communication and we all use different styles at different situations. Okay, so I started my project, that is communication style, and wanted to understand it. I started my research going to the Big Brother Google, and it gave me a list of communication styles that says passive, aggressive, passive-aggressive, and assertive. Passive means like my needs are not important to me, but your needs are important. When we say aggressive people, for them, my needs are important, but not yours. Passive-aggressive, they say mine also not important, yours also not important. Assertive, they say mine is important as well as yours. This is the way they communicate. They display this. Okay, so these are the styles I saw there. But in Toastmaster, it talks about another 4 styles of communications. They are direct, initiative, supportive, and analytical. That is Disha. Direct, initiative, supportive, and analytical. Okay, so direct communication style, what does it mean? So these kind of people like to go to the point directly. They don't want to get into stories, like to the point, you should speak to the point, and they are usually goal oriented. And they make decisions fast. So when we talk to these kind of people, we should be giving the point very directly. We should not beat around the bush. So when I relate this to my style of communication, I rarely use this, or maybe when I talk to my children, I tell them to study, or you eat. So that's where I use this, where I directly communicate specific action. Then the second one, that is initiative. These people are they like to socialize. So they like small talks, and they always come with small stories. So before starting even a meeting, they will have some stories to share, and then they'll get into the main topic. So this style, when I relate, I think I'm not of that kind, so I rarely use it. And then the third one is supportive communication style. Here, they are calm and steady, and they are people centric. So these people avoid conflicts. So when I think about how this, how I relate to this style, I feel most of the times I use this. Last week, there was an incident in my office. So one of the salesperson placed an order that was for an internet link for 150 locations from Bajaj Auto. He placed the order and he went on to do some other work and all. 10 days passed and he was looking for an update. There was no update. Then he decided to talk to the program manager. So he went and asked the people, what happened to my Bajaj 150 orders? Then the program manager looks at him and says, Bajaj 150, which is that? I have not received any orders. Then the salesperson, he was shocked because already 10 days over. He was saying, what are you saying? I placed it 10 days back. Have you not received it? I thought you would have started working on this. The argument started between them. Then they started exchanging a lot of mails. Their boss, both side bosses, and 1-2 levels up, mails are going. And then at that point in time, that came to my intervention for solving it. Then I looked at the case, what happened when the order came, what are the history. I've gone through the entire thing. Then I understood the issue. I spoke to the lead of the PM. I said, you have to do this, it will be solved. He was saying, no, I will not do this. Why? He said, there is 150 orders. I cannot click 150 times. Okay, so you find out some other way. I cannot do this. Then I said, you don't have to do 150 times. You just do once, it will be done. So he did that. Within 2 minutes, all these 150 orders were assigned to a program manager. Then he saw there, it is there in his pin. Then I sent out an email to everyone saying, this conflict is resolved. Now they can go back to their work and start working on this. So this is how I try to solve a situation in an amicable manner. I don't try to carry conflicts. So I feel that I use supportive style of communication a lot. Then the last one is analytical. Analytical communication style. They are the people who look for data, facts, logic. They like to work on process, policy. So when we interact with such type of people, we should have data ready, because anytime they'll ask for data. So we should be ready with the data so that we can have a mutual understanding. So these are the different communication styles, and it's about these: direct, initiative, supportive, and analytical. With this, I conclude, and also I want to ask every one of you, what is your preferred style of communication? And with that thought, thank you.
Great.
Thank you.
So I talked about leadership, And true leadership is to create succession. In American point of view, the leadership is defined as the leader stands in the front and pulls the followers. The Japanese leadership, it is said, they stand behind and push people. So if you can think of a leadership style which has a combination of pull and push, then we can claim it to be a dynamic leadership. To maybe get some nuances or tips, tools and techniques or more details about it, we have a wonderful educational program to be done by Toastmaster Prabhat, Leadership Excellence, a series building, to which I am inviting Toastmaster Prabhat. We look forward to a wonderful leadership detail from you.
Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to speak on this building a team. This would be the education session which I will be attempting for the first time. So we'll see how the things will work. So this is about building a team. So you can see even in our MTC, if you can see in our Madras Toastmasters Club, every weekend we are having our meetings and all. These meetings have been organized. It's not because of the single person. It has been organized by the effective effort of the XCOM team. So XCOM team will be having the president, VP Education, VP PR, VP Membership, SAAA, and Secretary. So in this thing, you can see all these team will be supporting each other, and they will be helping to organize an effective meeting every week. So because of this, I would say the building a team will be required. So in this case, somebody will be asking to explain about the advantages of building a team. So you can see with the MPC experience itself that if you will be having the team, it will be helping you to effectively organize those meetings and all. Same thing will be applicable for the organization as well. If you are in the organization, it will be helping you to be having a different set of employees or different set of people who will be having a different skill set and different knowledges, and this will be helping the organization to accomplish the organizational goal. And this will be giving the people. This will be having the organization will be having people who will be having the more creativity, and it will be heading to a greater output or greater productivity of the organization. So next, if we are seeing each and every organization these days, basically all the people are speaking about becoming a leader. So if someone can explain me the advantage of becoming the leader, if any one of you.
More money.
Sorry?
More money.
It's not about more money.
Purpose or vision?
Yes, it is about purpose and vision. If you will be becoming a leader, then you will be mostly devoted on the organizational issues and the leadership issues. You will not be involved in a day-to-day activity, because day-to-day activity will be taken care by the supervisor and the individual. But the leaders will be taking care of the organizational issues and the leadership issues. So because of this, from the last so many years, we could see each and every organization is focusing mostly upon building a leader. So in this I will be speaking about how to build a team. So if you are building a team, for this, first of all, you should be organizing the team. So in this organizing the team, it means the first thing is you should be selecting a team member. You should be focused that which individual will be required and which skill sets will be required for the vision or focus which you are thinking of. And then after that you have to set a goal. So in setting a goal, it's not like that you can set a goal and after that you can inform to the individual to achieve it. It should not be like that. In this case, you should be speaking with each and every member of the team. You should be discussing with them, and after the discussion only, you should decide a certain goal which you are focusing to achieve. So in this, if you are having a goal, in this case, how to achieve it? To achieve it, you have to split it into a small activities. So it is about establishing those small activities, and after you establish all those small activities, you should be developing a plan. Is it achievable or it's not achievable? If it will be achievable, it will be achievable in 6 months or 8 months, something like that. So you should be developing a plan for that. And after developing the plan, you should be assigning the roles and responsibility of each and every individual. And these roles and responsibility have been assigned. After that, you can go and do a review. Sometimes you can do a review weekly or in 2 weeks. It is depending upon the requirement of the small assignment which you have assigned to the individual. And the next one which is important is building a trust in the team. Building a trust in the team is very important. Same thing you can see in our MTC. In our MTC is having the XCOM team. XCOM team is having 7 people. 7 people, if you can see, all those 7 people are dependent on each other. And you can see all the relation is actually built upon the trust. Because somebody dependent on someone, it should not happen that this team will fail or this team will see some of the unexpected situation because somebody had not somebody had not fulfilled the requirement. So it is about building a trust among the team members. Then after organizing the team, you have to do some empowerment within the team. So in this case, how you can do the empowerment in the team? Someone can explain how you can do the empowerment in the team.
By encouraging.
Yes, it would be by encouraging the people. It will be by appreciating the people. It will be by supporting them to do something. So in this case, I can explain you about my case. Just in last week, I spoken with Toastmaster Subhashini, and I told her that I am in this Toastmaster only to improve my speaking skill. And for the last few weeks, I have not given any speeches. So I am thinking to again focus on this speech. And after that, she immediately responded to me that if you are okay, next week, if you can attempt the educational session. So after that, I was like, first of all, I was skeptical. I was holding back because educational session, it will not be like for 5 minutes or 7 minutes speech which you can give and you can just leave the stage. This education session would be something like speaking with the audience, engaging the audience, and it would be long. So first of all, I was skeptical. I said it would not be easy for me to do this, but she said you should be attempting it. Even if you will fail, it will be okay. So this is the empowerment. We can see someone had encouraged somebody to go and face the situation. So this is called empowerment, and this would be defining a successful leader. So you can see the success of a leader is depending upon the ability to share power with others and let them direct their work. So in this situation, you can see Toastmasters Suhasini demonstrated a true leadership skills. The next. Then after, we can see after organizing the team and after empowering the team, we have about giving a required training to the team. Because since we are focusing upon building a team, it would be a new set of people. So they will require some of the exposure, some of the session, or some of the thing which will be helping them to achieve the objective which has been set initially by the team. So if you are giving the training to the team, in this case, you should be giving the training of this three specific things. First of all, these members should be having some of the idea about solving the problem. Because in this MTC, you can see these things are happening sometime. Sometimes you could see speaker will not be available, sometimes evaluator will not be available. So in this case, how to approach the situation like this? This would be helping. So because of this, all this type of training will be required. And after that, we should be giving training upon holding the effective meeting. Because if you will be holding the effective meeting, after that only audience will be impressed and audience will be attracted to you. Then it comes the organizing. We can see our MTC is already organizing a meeting every week, and all those meetings are successful so far. So, and then after the project management. This project management, it will not be a small training because in this project management, you will be interacting with, I would say, all the team members. You will be interacting with the supplier, you will be interacting with the sourcing team, the end user, the sales team, service team. So you should be having some of the training which will be helping you that how to speak with all those people, how to interact with them, how to get the information from all the people. Then after this one will be the communication. If you can see, most of the successful leaders are good communicator. If you are having a skill set, you are having everything. But if you will not be able to express the thing, if you will not be able to express the idea, you will not be achieving the success in the life. So this is important. Then it is about the conflict resolution. Since you are having a team will be having some set of people. So all those people will be having different opinion, different idea. So because of this, we'll be having a situation that sometime there will be some some conflict between the team members. So in this situation, how to solve those conflict smartly so that it will not be affecting the individual. And the most important, you should be having the open communication with the team member. So if someone can explain about this open communication is what? Because we are seeing all of us are speaking with each other. So is it an open communication or it is something different?
It's an open communication.
It is an open communication.
Without changing anyone.
Sorry? Yes, it is about being transparent with the team member. You should not be keeping something away, or you should not be hiding the things from the team member. So if you are transparent with the team member will be helping you to achieve success. It will be helping them to bring up their morale, and they will be willingly taking the risk. It would not be like that you will be asking someone to go and take the risk. No, they will be okay taking the risk in any situation, and they will be okay in doing things which will require a change. So they will be okay with that, and then after it will be helping them to improve their efficiency in resolving the disagreement within the team. So in this you can see leader will be having a different hat. A leader will be having a different responsibility in a different situation. So it would be from forming a team. So initially leader will be involved with the team. He will be establishing the team. He will be organizing the team, and after that he will be doing the supervising work, and then after he will be just a facilitator who will be helping to solve some of the problem. Then after they will be acting like a coach. Then after they will be just like a monitor. They will be observing the things which are happening around, and if some support required, they would be supporting them. And then at the last, they will be recognizing the individuals in that team. So these are the responsibility of the leader. So at the end, I would say, if you are selecting a team smartly and carefully, and you are successfully organizing your team, you are keeping the open communication with the team. You are explaining their roles and responsibility and doing everything. And if you are giving them the sufficient training, this will be helping you to take it to the next level. This will be helping you to achieve the success. The same thing is applicable for our MTC as well. If you are selecting the team smartly and carefully, you are giving them the sufficient session, educational session, or the opportunity to be on the stage and speak. This will be helping our MTC to take it to the next level. So this is all about building a team. If somebody has anything to ask or anything to share, you can.
So, what is the thing in your take on conflict resolution? Because as Pomaria Gulam wrote, sometimes when you have to be supportive, you have to avoid conflict, right? So, what do you think about it?
Yeah, since if you are acting as a leader, in this case you will not be having a situation of avoiding conflict. In this situation, you will have to just face it, and you have to resolve it. So it will be, I would say, with the experience, somebody will have this exposure to resolving the conflict, and they can do it. But if you would be asking to me, with me, I am still a new person. I will have so many things to do so that I can be helping in this sense.
See, while building a team, you said organizing a team is very important.
Yeah.
Means that you need to have the right type of person for the right type of job.
Yes.
For you to have the right type of person, how do we assess these candidates before making them part of the team?
Yeah. First of all, if you can see the interviews which we are taking for recruiting people in the team, we are mostly focused upon the experience and the skills and all. But experience and skill, even the employee will be with you for 6 months, he will acquire. So it should not be depending on the experience all the time. Most of the time, I would say it should be depending upon the attitude. If your attitude would be right, you can achieve the extraordinary success in the life. If your attitude will not be right, it's of no use. Even if you have experience in so many things, it will not be of any use to us. So attitude, I would say.
So when we talk about attitude, is it going to be more about employment preferences of the individual and the behavioral part?
Sorry?
When we talk about attitude,
Yeah.
is it something about employment preferences and the behavioral part?
Yeah. Yes. So it means how the employee will be responding to a particular situation. Is he so aggressive, or is he so negative all the time, or he is taking it in a right way, and his focus is to do something so that I can just solve it. So this attitude should be right. If your attitude is in the negative way, it will not help you. Okay, so with this, I am just concluding my session. Thank you so much.
Probably that attitude is an interdependent attitude. Suppose if I am egoistic, then I will not come and ask you anything. On the other hand, I have something, you have something, why not we exchange? So it starts from thought process, then it also reflects in our action. So what I understand, our president has empowered you. What I have understood from your speech,
Yes.
Suhasini has empowered you to
Yes.
come and take up an educational program on building a team. And I've also come to know that if you want to do educational program, don't give your speeches for some time. Then the president will call you, come on.
She actually exposed the SFT.
What is it?
What do us only feed.
Okay, all right, good. I think first time you are attempting. I think he deserves a good round. Okay, if I ask you from his 20 minutes presentation, if you can condense it in few points, what would you say? The building a team of presentation from Toastmaster Prabhat. This is what I have got. Condensing. My instruction is clear? Yes, Abhinaya, an intelligent girl.
This one, right? Building a team, we have to make sure that we're selecting the right people and driving them towards one particular purpose and making sure they're completely aligned with everyone by having a routine. That was a complete outline of one of the lines.
Be happy, she has listened to you. For a change, this week, shall we skip the tea break? Look at the faces. All right, I think it's time to sip tea and the biscuits. 10 minutes? Fair enough, because we have enough time today. Right, let's enjoy our tea. Only thing, the earliest physical starts considering the time produced by another
Easy because they all of us are not native. So for us it's easy. Not necessarily that we I think you are we have the team. For the Halloween, we had a You have a very good stage. Actually, I know a guy who did a financial engineering, but he told his title was King of Nations. And he gave every character, he can do something like
But after 5 years, I will be old. I will be about retired.
I mean, you moved it, you have the full image. First I will analyze the need. Earlier there was the gone from meditation started. It is the opposite. So is that. So wherever we find a there is a possibility to tap the names like that. These are connected. Right. Student is studying. Disciple is studying, the teacher knows. God is studying.
Welcome back from the tea break. Please be seated.
Handing over.
Handing over the stage to the Toastmaster.
Tolkappiyam we have as the Tamil grammar, but what I heard from experts, it was originally known as Agathiyam. Sage Agast only gave us the Tamil, and he formed the grammar rules. And he had wonderful disciples. The prominent names were Tolkappiyam, Kakkai Padiniyar, like that there were 7 or 8 disciples. And Agathian, beyond almost a divine being. So they wanted to test it. They went to Agathian and asked, can you condense the whole universe in one single word? In one single word, can you condense the whole world? Then Agathian is so simple. They thought Agathian would be puzzled. He said, yes, I can. Then he said, no, Tamil Varthai. Nool. In Tamil, nool gives 2 meanings. Number 1 is a thread. Number 2, book. That is why we say library as Noolagam or Nool Nilayam. Okay? So if you look at the world, one is theory, another is practice. Say, study like chemistry, we sit in the class, receive the theoretical input. Immediately we go to the laboratory and test it. The whole life lives on theory and practice. Why I have taken this? It was something suddenly given to Agathian, but he was able to brilliantly answer. That is what table topics. It's all about the impromptu skill and how quick you are in the thinking process. If you take the West Indies cricket team names, particularly earlier, all will, they have 3 words, like Vivian Robert Richards, Clive something Lloyd. So a 3-named person you can find in the West Indies kind of people or persons. So today, interestingly, we have a table topic master carrying the 3 names, Sri, Riddhi, Kirti. This is not the clap for the TD master. So she has Mahalakshmi Street, Riddhi you said, wealth and Kirti. So when you have money and education, all those things, you become Kirti means famous. RIT student, engineering student, very emerging and budding, lovely, and physically charming Toastmaster to conduct today's table topic session. All the best to you.
Thank you, sir, for a wonderful introduction. I didn't expect this. Happy morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I didn't get any song.
Good morning.
Good morning. Okay. So today I'm going to do the table topic master. For benefit of guests, I will say the quick intro. For today's session, I have some random proverbs with me. You have to come to the stage and you have to speak in your point of view, opinion. You have to share for that in 1 to 2 minutes. Okay. Let me start the session with Toastmaster Manigandan. Please come to the stage. If you want to shine like a sun, first burn like a sun. If you want to shine like a sun, burn like the sun.
Thank you. Practice, practice, practice. I think what I really feel is that practice is the essence of anything, I believe. The very fact that many people are going for contests next week is a reflection of people who have been really practicing for many years now in Toastmasters, even for any contest for the matter. So I believe one of the essential part for any person to shine is the practice part of it. Regardless whatever it may be the result coming out of it. We may be losing, we may be winning, but ultimately you are shining in your own face. You don't have to prove to anyone for that matter. But this practice, whichever you call it as, will definitely make a person more sensible, more viable, more, able to reinvent in many ways. So that's why the whole proverb comes to in place, that the more we practice our speeches or whatever we do, whatever our hobbies or improvising, whatever our talents, the more we will be able to shine in front of people. People may be able to see the better part of our life, but what we have done behind the scenes, probably people will not be able to see it, but only we will be only able to see this. And we should be focusing on that aspect. Yeah, thank you so much for giving that topic.
Thank you, Manigandan, for saying a wonderful quote. Explaining the wonderful quote. Next, I call upon Toastmaster Rizwan on the stage. Your topic is all is well that ends well. All is well that ends well. Toastmaster Rizwan.
That's really a wonderful topic. Thank you, TT Master. Good morning, dear Toastmaster and dear guest. All is well
That ends.
that ends well. Okay. John 8. Even I'm forgetting the date. I'll tell you what is the reason behind that. John 18th, not 8. 2018. Even I'm confusing with the date. So which is nothing but that is my marriage date. So if anybody having angry on me, share this recording to my wife. So before I get into it, I was very scared of marriage. So whenever I reach anybody, bro, shall I get married? Don't. Bro, shall I get don't. Everybody putting this kind of situation. I was very scared. So I always have this tendency or practice. If anybody said, don't do that, I will do that. I did that. If Sriram comes to me, he is asking me, shall I do marriage? I will say, don't do that. Definitely he will do that. He has to do that. So, all is well. It ends well. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmasters, for taking a wonderful. So next, I call upon Toastmaster Rian on stage. Your topic is good things take time. Be patient. Good things take time. Be patient.
I want all of you to repeat after me. You were born to win. And to be a winner, you must first plan to win. Prepare to win. And expect to win. A famous quote by Zig Ziglar. And this was the question in my tabletop. And I was like, so lengthy question. But I stood here patiently, closed my arms, and then I realized that we are all winners because we are here today on this stage. I was never on stage in school, never on a competition, and if you ask my friend who is sitting here, I was an introvert. The main problem about introverts is that we have many things in our mind, but people don't understand us because we cannot speak. Now I'm an extrovert, but when I was an introvert, someone comes and asks something to do and I doesn't respond, he says, oh, don't get angry. Why I'm angry? I'm just thinking. We are like a glass full of water. We have our own things. Like you see in Tare Zameen Par, you see all the writings. Like that, we have all the thinkings. But I decluttered it and I'm here. So patience is the key to success and you have to declutter your thinking. So we learn by doing, so start doing.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rian, for explaining the patience you had to come here. So next, he mentioned his friend's name, so I like to call upon guest Nitish onto the stage. Hello. Your topic is action speaks louder than words. Action speaks louder than words. Yes, Nitish.
Okay, hello everyone. I just introduced myself. I'm Nitish. I'm Rian's friend. I was basically his college mate. So this is basically, I think, the second session for Toastmaster Club. And he dragged me today again to just experience how things are and make Sundays productive. So the topic here is action speaks well than words. So we all know that there are people who speak a lot, but at the end what matters the most is actions. So we can't do things better by setting a goal first, and we have to think about it and work towards that by making changes in our life. So we can't just we have to do a lot of hard work for succeeding in that and achieving that goal. So in my case, I was basically a mechanical engineering graduate, and I then switched my field to data science, which is a big leap actually. and I had to take a lot of effort in making that change. So I really sorry. So I took a lot of steps in terms of actions. Many were telling that it's difficult, but I proved it through my actions, and I have made a successful career in that field. So that's the end. Thank you all.
Please for explaining wonderful. And next, I like to call upon Toastmaster Sindhu on the stage. Your topic is believe you can and you are halfway there. Believe you can and you are halfway there. Toastmaster Sindhu.
Good morning, Toastmasters and guests.
Good morning.
Believe you are there.
You can.
Believe you can, so you're halfway there. So many times, if I start something new or start some new hobbies or start something new, I always it was many times I quit. So later on, I developed a habit of believing it that I can do it. Then what I did, once I started believing it, basically I'm a blogger, so I start writing a blogs. So I had sometimes there is 0 views. I don't get any views, I don't get any followers, but I believe that I can write and I can inspire people. So what I started is I had a consistency. I never quit. I started writing. At least I write 2-3 blogs in a month. It may be some 100 words or like 300 words. Sometimes it is a one-liner stories or something. So I started, kept on writing. I believed in myself, I can achieve. So later on, I got a viewers, I got a followers. So where they follow me, and I got, and the response was higher than before, and there is a progression. So that belief is very important. Even though initially when you're starting, it is it may lag you behind, but when you have that power of belief, you can achieve anything.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sindhu. Next, I like to call upon Toastmaster Priyadashni on the stage. The topic is where there is a will, there is a way. Where there is a will, there is a way. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ruby. Where there is a will, there is a way. Of course, coming on a Saturday, Toastmaster itself is, we need to have that will to come all the way. Because Sunday there are different options, right? You can sleep late, you can watch a movie, you can spend time with the family, but still I've come all the way. We have all come all the way to attend this because there is a will to exceed in life, to be successful, to be good in communication. So there is of course, there is a will, that's why we have come, we have found our way and come here. But coming to a very serious, all throughout life, we all need to have that, whatever we try to achieve in life, we all need to have that strong, persistent, that thought in our mind to achieve anything, whether be a student or be in a career, be in personal life, from a parenting standpoint, because my kid now is in 12th. So more than that will to, because there is a pressure. I don't know what pressure she is having. There is too much of pressure on us as a parent to be, because that is comes to my mind immediately, because that is the utmost problem in my head now. So there is a will I need to have to actually motivate her on a daily basis. That requires a lot of will. That requires a lot of courage, more than anything. You can yourself study and pass, that's a different thing. But to motivate others, especially your kid, that requires a lot of will. So for me, that's the problem right now in my hand. And of course, I am strongly believing that if I have a way and I'll find a way and I'll try to encourage her to do something in life to be successful. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Explaining your wisdom. Okay, next I call upon Toastmaster Abhinay on this. The topic is distance means so little when someone means so much. Distance means so little when someone means so much. Toastmaster. Distance now is being completely being carried away with the technology. I am just sitting near a person. And the person, when I want to talk, there will not be hours where I can talk to them. But there will be my friend who is far away in the country. I can even speak for 1.5 hours, who will listen to me. But the person who is very close to us, now they are occupied in their own world, of their own life, own schedule. And suddenly, they just think that we will talk when they need it. But not like that, only when they are listening. So we can talk to or connect to the people who are listening to us. So the distance doesn't even matter in the era of technology. So emotional connection and distance is completely far away and apart from each other. So when I say that, I always have my friends who's like more than 10 years, but whenever I take a call to speak to them, cannot be more than 2 hours, we can't cut the phone. It'll be like, someone, can you please switch the phone? That will be the thing which will be there. But we'll have so much of people who we meet, we'll have so much of time where we'll travel in flight or anywhere, we'll have so much of time to speak to them, but we don't know what to speak. Because they are not connected. So the distance is not a thing, but the people who are connected to us will be closer to us even far away. With this, I will conclude the topic and thank you for the topic. Thank you. Next, I call upon guest Rajesh. Your topic is, if you get a chance to change your life, what instant do you want to change? If you get a chance to change your life, what instant do you want to change?
Interesting. Thank you, Toastmasters, really, for the topic. I'm just thinking, if I want to change an incident in my life, there are so many incidents that I want to change. You have to pick one. I'll think some more. Looking back, I wouldn't change much. Although, yeah, my belief when I went to college, when I finished my 12th and got into college almost like 15 years back, yeah, there were like interesting thoughts running in my mind. Hey, I have to be the best in my college. I have to score this much grades. Do this, do that, get placed in this company, etc., etc. But one thing, looking back, that I did not do was thoroughly enjoy college life. What was it to be in college for those 4 years, right? Building camaraderie, building relationships, and getting to know a lot more people than I know today, personally. The reason I say that is, end of the day, your success in professional life is determined by your network. They say your net worth is determined by your network. If I had spent that much of time building my network and engaging in personal relationships with more than the number I have today, that would definitely have helped in my profession. When I want to say switch jobs, find new roles according to my interests, that my net worth, would be determined by how many people I know. So probably, yeah, that would be something that I would go back and change looking back. Yeah, thanks. With this, I'd like to conclude.
Thank you, Guest Patrick, for saying your thoughts. Next, I call upon guest Madhura on stage. Your topic is do good for others, it will come back in unexpectedly. Do good for others, it will come back in unexpectedly.
A very good afternoon to one and all. So I would like to confess that I'm super nervous. Today is my first session here. Still, I would like to share a few thoughts. So I would like to share an incident about Mr. Parameshwaran IAS. So he was the sanitation secretary in the government of India. So there was an incident wherein all being said and done and about India and its other developments, we still have people practicing open defecation in our country, and successive governments have been trying to deal with this issue. So under the total sanitation campaign, a new system was introduced called the twin pit toilets, wherein people could sustainably manage their waste. But there was one problem with this particular system. What is this screen? Time is over. Okay. Yeah. So the problem with this system was that people had to empty each pit every 6 months for them to manage their waste. But there was social stigma associated with this, and therefore this particular model was dubbed a failure because adoption of the model was very low. So what he did was he basically demonstrated that this is not an issue that is related to an unhygienic practice, and that this is not something that has stigma with it. So he just went to a village, he himself cleared a pit and showed people that by the end of 6 months the entire thing gets converted into manure, and therefore people could use this method so that they could dispose of their waste sustainably. So he did something, he demonstrated something, being in his position of power, and this system, this particular twin pit toilet model became a successful model. Now it's being implemented all through the country in every village. So this one particular act of his came back to him as very positive results with respect to sanitation in India. Thank you.
Thank you, yes, Madhura, for explaining your personal experience about this proverb. At last, I call upon Toastmaster Akhilesh on the stage. Your topic is burn your ego before it burns you. Burn your ego before it burns you. Toastmaster Akhilesh.
Burn your ego before it burns you. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. That is, ego is, we all have ego, but it's not a very, but what to say, it's not a good habit. It's a very, very bad habit, and there are a lot of people, there are some people who are affected, who lost their life due to their huge inflated egos, and yeah, we can have huge inflated egos, and ego is not a good thing, and because of ego, there are a lot of problems in the families and also with friends. So because of that, we lose everything, and finally we are being because of ego, we are being outcasted by everyone. So we must have reduce our ego, and we must reduce our ego to some to a large extent, and we can't say that ego can't be fully prevented. It can be prevented to some extent. That's all.
And I want to like to give give a round of applause to all the speakers who and let me bless all the guests who are come here and say the thoughts related to the proverb I given. So thank you very much for the session and over to Toastmaster.
Give her a better clap. Last week you were TMOD.
Yes.
And this week table topics. And next week appoint her as G. Oh, next week contest and 31st. Okay, so it's a very rare scenario where you get all the great roles successively. And kudos to your attempt. You were very Barack Obama was in presidency, and Oprah Winfrey, a very popular TV anchor. So she used to interview a variety of celebrities. So Barack was invited, a 45 minutes lovely interview. Interview was over, then he rose from the seat, about to move. Hey Oprah, how did I perform? She was taken aback. Why President, why do you ask me? Tell me, how did I perform? Because you have been interviewing varied celebrities and you would have come across, I want to know how I perform. This is nothing but feedback. Even in fact, he is a Toastmaster. Bill Clinton and Barack Obama were Toastmasters. Even to that highest level, people look forward to. Even if it is 0.1%, still it pays way for both. And that is what the next segment is called, General Evaluation, to which I invite Toastmaster Saravanan to conduct.
Nowadays, in this era of internet, for anything we attempt, we used to check in Google. We used to, suppose for going for a movie, we just see the reviews, whether it is positive or negative. Likewise, if, for example, your movie to go into a success, it needs to have a good reviews. Likewise, we in Toastmasters, to improve our communication as well as leadership skills, our performance need to be evaluated. Now, coming to this evaluation session, we have seasoned evaluators who will be reviewing the prepared speech which has been delivered some time back. Now, I call upon the first evaluator, Toastmaster Gayat Suhasini ma'am, to evaluate our Toastmaster Karthik Mogan's speech.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Saravanan. First, I want to congratulate my target speaker, Toastmaster Karthikeyan Mogan, on completing his level 1 projects. Level 1. Today's project is evaluation and feedback, second speech. He already completed the first one, and he also implemented the feedback which he received from the previous evaluator, and he also done an evaluation for an icebreaker session. So he completed the level 1 project. Coming to the purpose of this project, as I mentioned, remember to apply the feedback or all the feedback which is received from the first speech. He got a feedback from the first evaluator. He has to focus on the stage usage and body language, and the second one is like he might have shared some personal experience of his content he delivered on it. Hope you met the objective. Let me take you, like I am taking an acronym called welfare. Being you explain about the sustainable environmental sustainability, I will take as a social welfare, well-being, like I will take the acronym welfare. Taking that as an acronym, W, you have a well structure, opening and closing, you finish up with the saying that the structure of the script was well structured. And the second one, welfare engage. You engage the audience with sharing your personal experience that you had on the COVID period, like for the oxygen demand that you had, and you put yourself to planting a tree to avoid those kind of things. That I can say, like you engaged the audience. Coming to the L part, you had a lot of information. I would say like this is, you can take it as a recommendation, like you have a lot of information in PPT. So if you simplify that, it will be helpful. Even you engage more with the audience by visualization part. And coming to fair part, you have a fantastic presentation designing skill, because it is more towards a greenery part. You mentioned the color, everything on the green in your presentation. The designing part was good. And coming to the A part, the action you shared, which is given by United Nations for a sustainable environment, that was also good. And coming to the or reduce the movement, see, because initially when you start up, you have a lot of movement. It distracts me to concentrate on your speech, and that is one more recommendation I would suggest you. And also you can enhance your stage usage a little bit. You have used it, but even though if you, as I shared the welfare as acronym, if you share this welfare, or if you put this kind of welfare activity on your speech, it will be going from good to great. Over to general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmasters Rashmi. I hope your suggestions will enhance his future speeches. Now I call upon Toastmaster Priyadarshan to share an evaluation report on Toastmaster Punnavarama.
Okay, so Toastmaster Kodanagu, she has completed, congratulations for completing level 2 project 2, understanding your communication style. So like my previous evaluator mentioned, any speech should have an opening, body and conclusion. Do you remember how she started the speech? Okay, she started with a question. What is the most essential skill? That is how. So that is a good way of engaging. There are different ways of engaging with the audience. She started with a question. Some people start with a quote. That's a good way of starting with the opening was good. Then I would say she is a very studious student. You know, if you put a checklist for what is a good component of a speech, her speech had everything. It had a very good opening, a good structure. She explained how she Googled it from Big Brother, Google, and identified the communication. Then she learned, everything was there. And then she also said that this is her communication. But she was in a teaching mode, if you have seen. So mostly she was telling that these are the different communication styles. I felt like I'm in college and my teacher is teaching me. She was very, and that too very soft. She was teaching everything line by line. So do you remember what is this up? BISA? Good. So you are a good teacher. Everybody learned. So everything, the theory was very good. And finally she said that I cannot be D, I cannot be I am a S, and she explained with a story as well. But there is a purpose behind every project in Toastmaster. So why are we learning different communication style? Though your style, the purpose is we have to know what is our style, and we also have to know what are the different styles available. There are different, what we can apply. We may not be able to apply every style at every situation. It is all situation based. Sometimes there may be advantage, disadvantage of your communication style, everybody's communication style. But sometimes you need to be direct. Sometimes you need to be initiative. Sometimes you need to be supportive. Sometimes you need to be analytical. So that is what, that part of that has to be included in your speech. Okay, I know I am this but there is a disadvantage in this particular situation. It is not good to be supportive. I need to be direct. I need to be analytical. So that should be the takeaway from this project. If you had included that, that's a recommendation. If you have included that, it would have been great. So that is the whole purpose of this project. When you do the leadership style learning also, that is what we have to learn from this. And so the conclusion, you just mentioned that with this I conclude. So what is your leadership style? You include these takeaways and conclude it, and then you ask. Maybe you stop with it. What is your communication style? You can ask. But this core part was missing. Otherwise, you could have used, that's a generic thing, you could have used the stage, all these things was good. I had a privilege to evaluate her in her ice break. So from ice break, from level 2 project, there is the confidence level has gone up. That has all improved. But you include this aspect, your speech will be great.
Thank you.
It was a very detailed analysis and review. I hope it will be helpful for team Toastmaster Pranayama. With this, we are in this evaluation session. Part 1 is over. Now I call upon my tag team to give their reports. First, I call upon timer today, Toastmaster T-Ram, to give his timer report.
So timer report. There will be a 2 prepared speaker. First speaker Toastmaster Karthikeyan Mogan. He took 6 minutes 53 seconds, and second speaker Toastmaster Konnalagu took 7 minutes 3 seconds. There will be a 10 participants in the table topic session. The first speaker Toastmaster Manikandan took 1 minute 18 seconds. Second speaker Toastmaster Rizwan took 1 minute 44 seconds. Toastmaster Rayan took 2 minutes 10 seconds. Guest Nitish took 1 minute 16 seconds, and Toastmaster Sindhu took 1 minute 46 seconds. Toastmaster Priyadarshini took 1 minute 52 seconds, and Toastmaster Abhinaya took 1 minute 38 seconds, and guest Rajesh took 1 minute 51 seconds, and guest Madhura took 2 minute 28 seconds, and Toastmaster Akhilesh took 1 minute 31 seconds. There will be a 2 evaluation speaker. First speaker Toastmaster Suhasini took 3 minutes 16 seconds, and second speaker Toastmaster Priyadarshini took 3 minutes 21 seconds.
Thank you, Sriram, for your report. Now I call upon Toastmaster Navina to give her half counter report.
Good afternoon all. In prepared speech, Toastmaster Karthikeyan and 1 time, like 1 time, so 4 times or 2 times. Toastmaster Konnalagu and 1 time, so 5 times or many times. Others okay 2 times. In education session, Toastmaster Prabhat and 5 times, so multiple times. In table topic session, Toastmaster Manikandan, so 1 time. Toastmaster Rizwan, so 2 times. Guest Nitish, so multiple times or 3 times. Toastmaster Sindhu, so 3 times or 4 times. Toastmaster Priyadarshini, or 3 times. Toastmaster Abhinaya, so 1 time or 1 time. Guest Rajesh, or multiple times. Guest Madhura and 1 time, so 4 times or multiple times. Toastmaster Akhilesh and 3 times, so 3 times or 3 times. In evaluation session, Toastmaster Sivashini and 2 times or 2 times on Toastmaster Priyadarshini and 1 time or 1 time. Toastmaster of the day, TTM Batsar and 4 times, so 1 time or 5 times. TT Master, Toastmaster Srinidhi and 1 time, so 3 times or 6 times. Thank you.
Thank you, Navina, for your account report. I hope the speakers will be able to give a better prepared speech in future sessions, avoiding the fillers in their speeches. Now I call upon Toastmaster Abhinaya to give a grammarian report.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters. In prepared speech session, the good usage of word is water crisis, sustainable development, passive aggressive, assertive, supportive, direct, supportive, analytical. This all used in driving, vision, purpose. And in table topic session, the good usage of word is sensible, viable, reinvent, does well, goes well, practice. Introvert, patient is key to success, declutter. Blog, power of belief, persistent, successful. Network, network. Distance, emotional connection. Transfer, empty. These are the good usage of words in table topic session. And evaluation session, outcasted, essential skills, improvement, suggestion, It's a good usage of word. And in improvement areas, so in words used, we use not traveling much, but the right usage is traveling more. And when you're using minimize, minimizes is not required. Minimize is a word which we was using singular, and using the is not required. Only if it is an article we will use in the. And then it comes is like it should write when it comes like that, it is a right usage of word. And rather than then and that after, you should tell and after that. That is a right usage of word. And using the team is not a good usage, where we can use a team or team separately. And the in usage, when someone is saying we will be only able to be, it's not required. We can tell it as the good usages. We will be able to is the good usage of word. And angry on me is different, and good usage is showing anger. Anger is a right usage because angry comes as a noun. And lagging behind is a continuous present, where we are using in a past present, we have to use lag behind. And outcasted is not a good usage, where it is like you can tell outgrown. Outgrown is a right word for outcasted. And mostly, instead of mostly, majorly is a right usage of word. And in the word of the day usage, Toastmaster Karthikeyan have used the word of the day, the prepared speech in the 21. I appreciate and encourage everyone to use word of the day in previous meetings. That would be very good for our proceedings. With this, I hand over the control to the general level.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Abhinaya. Now the tacting report has ended. Now it's time for my general evaluation report. We started the meeting on time, but we had few hiccups like making the arrangements of this projector and arrangement for tea and all. But these are hiccups which has to be avoided in the future sessions. Coming to the Toastmaster TMOD's introduction, he had a very good introduction for every speaker. He was able to correlate Saivism and Vaishnavism for speaker 1, and for second speaker he correlated with bold and beauty. It was a very unique way of introducing the person. I made a mistake, like I couldn't able to collect the introduction for my fellow performers. I couldn't add their introduction while introducing them. Then Sri Didi has taken topics which are easy to attempt by all the speakers, and general evaluation reports were fine. I hope that evaluation will enhance the speakers' future speeches. With that said, I hand over the stage back to the team of the day.
His name is Saravanan. Know this, the background behind that, Saravanam. Saravanam means, appearance, particularly in the forest, it's called appearance. Now that it's time for ballot, I think you can digitally cast your votes. You have prepared speaker choice, table topics. Any disqualification in table topics? So no disqualification on all the segments, right? So prepared, table topics, evaluation, and major role, ancillary roles. So Saravanam means sudden appearance. That is why the name Saravanan. In fact, he also today suddenly appeared. Otherwise, it should have gone to Shiv Shankar of the Buddy Club. So the club did not join. So it's fittingly refers to him as Saravanan. If 2 handfuls of moisture ascend, 1 handful of rain comes down. That is, moisture goes up, rain comes down. It holds good for any performance, particularly to Toastmasters activity, effort and reward. If one side of the coin is effort, the other side of the coin is reward. So that is what we are going to see in the next week. We are going to have 2 contests, international. In fact, I think one club which does very late, almost all the clubs in Tamil Nadu state would have done now. In fact, they have gone to even area contests, some of them. So we are going to have. So use this philosophy. 2 handfuls of moisture go up, 1 handful comes down. And also, though we haven't not much used visualization, here is an opportunity for you. As such of those who are going to participate, visualize. Maybe on a Friday or a Saturday, visualize yourself and keeping yourself in the area. Okay. If not winning, at least one of the best performance it can be considered. Right? So on this pleasant, positive and productive note, I am calling the president so that I can give back the baton to her. Thank you so much for your cooperation, support, guidance. Maybe after 2 years I've come back for the emceeing of a Toastmasters meet. Great, wonderful. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, DTM Patavi L. Raman. Before an announcement and awards, let's have the feedback from guest. Rajesh, can you come here and
In terms of feedback about today's meeting, I really liked your speech, Toastmaster of the Day, Mr. Patabi Raman. I really liked the way you explained the names of the different speakers and quoted various, famous people, Obama, all those things. It captured the audience well. So, and in terms of the speakers, right, the level of speaking I see is very good. There are improvements obviously, but the level of speaking as a club, it's very good. So yeah, I like what is happening here. So, thank you.
thank you. Madras.
So as my first day, the first thing that struck me was I feel very welcome. Everybody was very warm to people I spoke and interacted with here. And as he rightly said, sirs, your ability to put forth complex things in a very simple way, I think I will try to learn that ability from you.
There is a consultancy fee for that.
I'm happy to pay. And while listening to people speak, I could also observe their thought processes that was going on while they were presenting, and how they would have improved from their starting point to their level of competence today. So I take that inspiration from the speakers today, and I used to stutter as a child and as a teenager, so I was so happy to listen to you. And the only thing that matters is what I want to communicate, the other person has to understand. That's the only thing. It doesn't matter how it is presented, as long as I'm able to convince the other person, or I'm able to make the other person understand it. That's the best thing. So in that way, I was so happy to listen to Mr. Prabhat. So yeah, thank you so much. And he also spoke about decluttering and organizing your thoughts. So that was a very important takeaway for me. So I feel so happy that I made the decision to come here today, and I would like to be associated with Toastmasters in the future also. Thank you.
Okay, I have a few announcements. Like DTM Pat said, we have a club context next week. I would like to encourage all the members to nominate yourself for the ISC and GT, and also who want to be a role players to take a role up in the contest, kindly give name to our VP Education or a contested Toastmaster Nisha. And today's we are supposed to have a joint meeting. We are postponing that due to some reason. Then on March 31st, it is purely online meeting with our buddy club HCL. And hope everyone knows renewal periods come. So I encourage who are not renewed, kindly contact our VP membership Toastmaster Abhinaya for renewal of a Toastmaster, and I want to appreciate Toastmaster Priyadarshini for conducting a new member orientation program yesterday for our new member. Yes, I have finished up with my announcement. Let's have an new members. You want to? Okay. Yeah, sure. Sindhu, Hope, Sindhu, Sindhu, Gopalnath, and Manikanda. So can you share your experience on how the new member orientation?
Yesterday I attended the new member orientation program conducted by Priyadarshini, Toastmaster Priyadarshini, and Subhashini ma'am was also there. It was very well went, and they provided with the structure of the Toastmasters and how to choose the pathways and what all the roles have to be done before going for the icebreaker speech and pathway speeches, and everything is very clear. Thank you.
I would like to invite our Toastmaster of the day to facilitate our winners of today's meeting. Today's best speaker award goes to Toastmaster Karthikeyan Mohan.
You're receiving for the first time or this award?
Second.
Second.
Many a time.
Huh?
Many a time.
Great, all the best.
Best table topic speaker today goes to Toastmaster Rizwan.
He can change the spelling, having one instead of W-A-N, W-O-N. This one. You like it?
Best evaluators of today's meeting is Toastmaster Priyadarshini.
Priyadarshini.
Best role player for today's meeting is DTM Patabi L. Raman. Best tag role players goes to grammarian Toastmaster Abhinaya.
The way she walks, you know, have you, anybody observed that Abhinayam? You can find. Great.
For education session, Toastmaster Prabha Kumar. So first, we don't have certificate, sorry for it. For first timer as a TT master, Toastmaster Sri.
Okay. But you are doing a mistake.
Yes.
Don't worry, you will get it. Great.
With this, I adjourn the meeting, today's meeting to next Sunday. 31st of March. Thank you. Shall we have a group photo? Daily breakfast twice or three.